Good morning. Today is Monday, January 30th, and we are kicking off the fourth week of the 2023 legislative session. Last week saw some major action on very important pieces of legislation that are supported by the West Virginia Chamber of Commerce, and we're excited to see that momentum continuing forward this week. So let me give you a quick recap of what happened last week at the Capitol. On Tuesday, the House Health Committee took up and passed House Bill 2854. This is a very important piece of legislation for daycare facilities throughout the state. So here's the situation. Prior to COVID, daycare facilities were reimbursed for any children paid for by the state based on attendance rather than enrollment. Now, what that means is that those daycare facilities have to hold those slots available, but if the children didn't show up, then they didn't get paid for them. Well, due to COVID and the funding that came in from the federal government, that system was changed to based on enrollment. And so 2854 would continue that going forward and also put some performance metrics in place to make sure those child care facilities are safely operated, the staff are receiving the proper professional development, and so forth. So that bill now moves over to the House Finance Committee. We are very pleased to see it move forward because this has been an important issue that is needed addressed for a long time. On the child care front, this week we are planning to introduce legislation to expand the tax credit that was made available last year through Senate Bill 656. There are a lot of employers in West Virginia who are already providing daycare facilities, and we want to make sure that they're given an incentive to keep those facilities open because, let's face it, running a daycare facility is very expensive, but this really does get at one of the major problems with workforce in West Virginia. In too many instances for many families, it is actually more economically beneficial for one parent to stay out of the workforce and watch the children. So making daycare more affordable, more available, should help out with our overall child care situation in West Virginia. Now, on another front, the Senate Economic Development Committee last Wednesday took up Senate Bill 188. This is a very, very important bill that the West Virginia Chamber is strongly supporting, and it would basically speed up the permitting process for natural gas generation in West Virginia. That bill would also direct the Secretary of Economic Development to locate sites throughout the state that would be suitable for the building of these plants. West Virginia is one of the largest producers of natural gas in the country, but we have 0 combined cycle natural gas plants located in this state. Just across the river in Ohio, we have 13. Just north of us, there are 26. So these plants are coming online left and right. They're selling directly to the grid, PJM. They would not be displacing any jobs that are provided by the coal industry in West Virginia. But the reality is these plants are going to be coming online. We would like to have the benefit of them coming online in West Virginia as well. So Senate Bill 188 is poised to pass the state Senate tomorrow, and then afterwards we'll move over to the House of Delegates. So that's just a quick recap of some of the major bills that saw action last week. Some of them are going to continue to receive action this week. And I'll check back in with you again later this week to give you another update. But again, thank you for your continued support of the West Virginia Chamber of Commerce, and have a great week.